Representative Eric Burlison and others are stepping up to fight the UFO cover-up. We have that and a lot more to talk about today, so get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like, please subscribe, please share on social media, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Okay, here's a tweet by Chris Mellon saying, "Bravo, Representative Burlison. The best thing you can do for transparency today is to help overcome opposition by Representative Mike Rogers to the Schumer language being negotiated by the conferees of the DoD authorization bill." And he links to a thread from Eric Burlison that is exclusively about U.A.P. Before I was elected to Congress last year, I had a general idea of how the Washington bureaucracy functioned and the role Congress plays in conducting oversight. But seeing it from the inside, let me tell you, it's worse than you can imagine. Everything you suspect the federal bureaucracy is doing, they're almost certainly doing. Wow. And it's nearly impossible to get a straight answer, which is why I'm so drawn to the U.A.P. transparency issue, as I see it, to the extent that we actually believe in genuine representative government, getting some truth out relating to the U.A.P. phenomenon and secrecy is important. We talk about the need for a democratic system to have an informed citizenry. Well, this is a major subject that one would think an informed and responsible citizenry needs to know about. The federal government spends millions of your tax dollars examining UAPs. We paid for this information. You, the taxpayers, own this information, and you have a right to know. You elect members of Congress to oversee it. If that's not happening, we need to change the way this place works. And not just for UAPs, although it's a fine place to start, but for everything. The time for transparency is now. Wow. Then he goes on. This is an epic thread by a sitting congressman about UFOs. And he's actually a UFO skeptic, or at least that is how he presents himself. He thinks there's something there, but it may be advanced technology, human technology, that sort of thing. Is his public position so far. So kudos to him for really going on this epic rant, basically talking about the cover-up, saying that everything that we suspect is going on in the government is actually going on. I mean, I don't know. I suspect some pretty dire things, but we pay for this information, and that is not the end of it. Talking about, opposing Mike Turner, there is going to be a protest on February, December 8th and Saturday the 9th, 3 to 6 p.m. outside Mike Turner's office in downtown Dayton, Ohio. Gatekeeper Mike Turner keeping the truth from American people about UFOs. Let's show up and tell him what we think about that. A large 10-foot banner will be displayed, as well as many other signs. Please bring your own as well. Meet up after Warped Wing Brewery. And I'll link to this. And if you're in the area and are so inclined, you might want to think about going to Mike Turner's office and joining this protest. I love it. There is a public protest, publicly protesting the UFO cover-up. I mean, isn't that beautiful? I mean, I love it. I mean, we have come so far in just a few years. This is amazing. This is what needs to happen. The government needs to see that the public is engaged in this and taking this seriously. So, my hat's off to these people for organizing this, and my hat's off to anybody that shows up. This is awesome. Danny Sheehan isn't dismayed by any of the cover-up. He says things are going forward, that the Schumer Rounds Amendment is going to be pushed through, and that Schumer himself is not going to let important clauses like the eminent domain clause be stripped from the UFO Disclosure Act. Let's see what he has to say on that UFO podcast. Great channel. Highly recommend it.
If they insist upon trying to take these things out, which they're doing, Schumer has refused to accept that. Schumer has personally refused to accept the removal of those important enforcement provisions of this bill. And if the bad guys try to kill this thing, Well, we're just going to keep on coming. If they
We're going to keep on coming, guys. We're going to keep on coming. I love it. I love it. So I hope he's right. I hope that Schumer is not backing down. And we've all heard about the contingency plans if the Schumer Rounds amendment fails. Hopefully we won't have to see what that looks like, but I am very curious to see what that would look like. Well, what do you think, guys? What would that look like? Let me know in the comments below what you think. Meanwhile, David Grush is going to have another interview on December 11th with News Nation. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Isn't that awesome? And it goes beyond News Nation. Finally, we're actually getting some mainstream media engagement on this stuff. Here's a 30-minute long Meet the Press, presentation or discussion about U.A.P. and UFOs, and they take the subject very seriously. It's not a wink, wink, ha ha ha, playing the X-Files music, Little Green Men kind of thing. It's actually pretty good discussion they're having here, and again, taking it seriously. So I love it. I love where things are going, and I want to see more of it. And here's Fox News covering this stuff as well. They're talking about the UFO press conference the other day with Tim Burchett and all the others. And so we're actually getting some real mainstream engagement on this topic. And what's interesting about this video is that there's actually a clip of this anchor lady talking. Actually, it's a clip from last year where she's talking about her own UFO experience. And they rebroadcast this in this segment, talking about her own UFO sighting. So I love where things are going. Meanwhile, Grant Cameron gives an hour-and-a-half presentation beyond ancient apocalypse. Check it out. He addresses a lot of people's concerns about, his ancient apocalypse series and his various theories. And he is just a really great presentation. And I highly recommend everybody check it out if you're interested in this stuff like I am. And Graham Hancock is a hero. But yeah, I will link to it, and you can watch the full hour-and-a-half presentation at your leisure. Meanwhile, on UFOExplorations.com, there's an interesting article. A discovery of strange form of atmospheric life may explain some UFOs. Check this out. Emerging evidence suggests the existence of an astonishing class of inorganic atmospheric life, which is likely based on an unusual form of plasma, which is the fourth state of matter. An analysis of credible accounts, images, and footage, as well as insights provided by 5 leading scientists, reveals a soft matter form of life that is only now beginning to be understood. These rare plasmoids possess buoyancy and traverse the air. They are sometimes misconstrued as interplanetary UFOs when sighted. Their actual origin, however, is found within our own skies as animate energy forms. Amazingly, this non-corporeal life is conscious and aware of its environment. Further, experts have been able to simulate this atmospheric life by creating plasma forms in laboratories that can grow, reproduce, and communicate. Others have found examples of plasma forms flying in ancient skies through the study of petroglyphs. And finally, a former CIA director suggests that some UFOs may in fact be a type of life. Flying plasmoids. And I'll let you read all about it. I'll link to it in the description below, and you can check it out. But it's definitely an intriguing theory that there could be, that some UFO sightings could be explained by this interesting plasmoid form of life. I mean, I guess, right? What do you think? Last but not least, was there an alien mummy found in China? What? Check this guy out. I don't have any more information about this, if this is a hoax or not. What is this fella? I can't find any more information on this. This old giant mummy, possibly an alien, was discovered in China. If anybody has any further information about it, look, he's got his possibly nostrils on his forehead. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any further information if that is indeed the picture of this being, his full body. I mean, that certainly looks authentic, but I don't know. But that is super intriguing, and I would love more information about it. So if you have that, or if you've seen this around and know what this is, whether it's a hoax or not, please chime in the comments below. But I just thought that was amazingly intriguing, and I had to bring it to you guys' attention. So let me know what you think about all this in the comments below, and if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. I sure appreciate it. Smash the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below, and a Discord link, so check all that out. If you wanted to support Cosmic Road in an even bigger way, please consider grabbing a coffee mug or a t-shirt. See the merch store below, or by becoming a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you. Meanwhile, there are plenty of other videos to check out on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.